I'm Lise Leblanc, and today I'm talking about narcissistic baiting and the top 10 techniques that narcissists use on their partners. Before I get started, I just want to say a huge thank you to each and every one of you who has subscribed to my channel. I seriously can't believe I hit 75,000 subscribers last month, and it's all thanks to you that I get to do what I love to do. So please, please, please subscribe if you haven't already done so, and like, comment, hit the notification bell, because all these things let YouTube know that my content is valuable and should be recommended to others. Okay, so narcissistic baiting refers to the manipulative techniques that narcissists use to elicit a specific emotional response from others to gain control over them. In the initial stages of a relationship, love bombing and future faking are some of their favorite techniques, and this is obviously to provoke an intense positive emotional response. So excitement, hope, love, trust, and empathy. I won't go into these techniques because I cover them in detail in several other videos, and so to learn more about that, just click on the link above. So very quickly into the relationship, the narcissist will be baiting you into conflict and drama. So here are some of their top baiting techniques. But if you can think of more, some that I've failed to mention, please add them in the comment section below. Number one is intrigue. Narcissists dangle vague or nonsensical information to pique your curiosity and sometimes even create anxiety about what you might be missing out on. They thrive on capturing your attention, consuming your time and your mental energy, confusing you, provoking drama, conflict, and this is to boost their own sense of superiority. And they do this in all kinds of ways, and it's all to lure you into asking questions and pleading to give you the information that they're withholding. And I call this the guessing game. So an example of the guessing game will be that the narcissist alludes to something terrible that someone said or did, but they won't reveal the details. And they never will disclose this information because it doesn't exist. It's just a tactic to confuse you, foster suspicion, and keep you guessing. So when they say things like, "I can't believe you can't see what's going on over there," you might say, "Well, what are you talking about?" And the narcissist will say something, "Well, if you're so oblivious, then maybe you should think about it." Or, "I'm not going to tell you." Or they might say something like, "I feel bad telling you this." "Oh, never mind. I'm not going to say anything. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have even mentioned anything." Or maybe they approach you looking upset and you ask, "Hey, what's going on?" And they say, "I'm fine." And clearly they're not. So you ask if there's anything they want to talk about. "I said I'm fine. I don't want to talk about it." "Okay, well, I'll be in my office finishing up some work. I don't understand how people can be so mean." "Well, what happened? Who was mean?" "I just said I don't want to talk about it." Okay. Number two is comparisons. Narcissists will ask you to compare them to other people, anticipating that you will affirm their superiority over everyone you've ever met. They expect you to declare them as the best you've ever had and the smartest you've ever known, and they will also compare you to others. During the idealization phase, their comparisons will be positive. They'll be emphasizing how exceptional you are in contrast to their horrible exes, for example. However, these comparisons will soon take a negative turn, and they will be comparing you and rating your performance on all kinds of things against all kinds of people. Maybe to your friend's extraordinary spouse, questioning why you never bring flowers like Johnny does for Mel. Or maybe they compare you to a fascinating, intelligent coworker or a famous movie star, anyone that triggers your insecurities and activates your not good enough programming. Number 3 is making you jealous. So along the same lines, the narcissist will let you know about all of the amazing people who are interested in them, flirting with them, making sure you know that they have other options that are better than you, and that if you're not going to step it up and take care of their needs, someone else will. This tactic lures you into feeling jealous and insecure and territorial, and you feel like you're constantly at risk of losing the best thing that's ever happened to you. So you get baited into proving yourself, competing with imaginary rivals, questioning your desirability and value. Number 4 is nitpicking. The narcissist will criticize and question every aspect of your behavior, from how you eat, drive, dress, how you breathe. They are driven and consumed by anger and frustration and a desire to provoke conflict. And instead of recognizing that their irritability is a symptom of their disorder, they attribute their frustration, their anger, and their irritation to you being annoying. And if you take the bait and promise to change and be less annoying, you're reinforcing the narcissist's control over you. And you will find yourself constantly bending over backwards, trying to please and appease the narcissist. Number 5 is playing the victim. If you have a deep sense of empathy, the narcissist will exploit this trait, and they will use their current and past problems and traumas to bait you, to provoke your need to help them and be their hero. The narcissist may tell you that they lost their job, their cat died, some terrible thing happened to them when they were younger. They have some problem that only you can fix. And once you feel sorry for them and you agree to help them, you are on the hook for being their hero, their rescuer, their savior, to give them whatever they need, whenever they need it, no matter what the costs and consequences are to you. They will rely on your willingness to prioritize their needs above your own, using their victim stance to bait you and keep you as a constant source of supply. Number 6 is guilt tripping. The narcissist baits you into feeling a profound sense of guilt for things that they claim you've said or done. In their perception, you have supposedly done these terrible things to hurt and betray them, and they want you to know that you're not the person they thought you were. You've disappointed them, broken your promises, and worst of all, you don't even see or appreciate everything they've done for you. And by fostering this guilt, the narcissist seeks to make you feel indebted and obligated to them. They may go so far as to make you feel like you are an abuser, just like all of the others who have victimized them. Number 7 is provoking angry outbursts. Narcissists bait you into reacting with anger privately and publicly. They subtly provoke you, pushing your buttons so that you will react in an irrational, angry manner, and then they can position themselves as the victim and avoid any accountability or even detection. So they poke at your vulnerabilities, talk about things you're sensitive about in front of other people, but whatever it is that they're saying or doing, it's all in an effort to set you up to overreact and make you look bad so that you look like you're the problem. They will bait you into losing your cool and then try to make you and others believe that you have an anger management problem, that you're in serious need of professional help. Number 8 is the false accusations. If the narcissist can't get a rise out of you in their typical ways, they may resort to making false allegations about you. That could be to you, it could be to others. And they want to make sure that you know that they can ruin you if they so choose to. So they're trying to force an emotional reaction from you and relying on your natural human tendency to defend yourself and to seek justice and to try to prove your innocence. Meanwhile, they're positioning themselves as the judge, and here you are pleading your case. Number 9 is the smear campaign. So when the narcissist feels like they are losing control over you or they feel exposed by you, they will start smearing your name and your reputation to everyone who will listen. They will mischaracterize you, shamelessly spread lies about you, and plant seeds of doubt in the minds of everyone you know. They are painting themselves as the victim and you the abuser. And they are baiting you into acting out in self-defense because 1, it makes you look guilty or irrational, and 2, it lets them know that they still have the power to manipulate you. Number 10 is threats and blackmail. Maybe they threaten to expose sensitive information about you or to send explicit photos or videos of you to your boss, maybe even your kids. They may even threaten to hurt you or people that you love. They want you to know that you are their possession and they will decide when you're off the hook. The narcissist will also discard and then hoover you to show that they still have the power over you and they can manipulate you whenever they want. So as much as their hoovering techniques may seem sincere, you really should look at your history with them as the best predictor of the future. Okay, so I often get asked whether the narcissist is executing these tactics strategically or maliciously, and the answer is usually no. They are not sitting around with their drawing board, strategizing their next tactical maneuver, unless they're also a, psychopath. But generally speaking, the narcissist is not behaving in these ways in a deliberate, conscious effort to harm you. They are doing it to meet their own unmet needs, and they've often learned these tactics as a survival mechanism to get through life in a toxic environment. As much as I believe we need to develop compassion for narcissists, we also need to learn to protect ourselves because narcissistic abuse can create extreme stress and leave you traumatized. So if you're in a narcissistic relationship, you will need to learn to recognize the bait and to let it go by. It's easier said than done, might even seem impossible. But what I can tell you is impossible is getting the narcissist to stop baiting you. So please stop allowing them to feed off of your energy. Instead, imagine that you only have 25 energy bubbles for the entire day, and you get to decide how many you will allow the narcissist to pop. When you see them coming with their hooks, protect your bubbles and understand that the narcissist will pop as many of your energy bubbles as you will allow them to. Thank you for watching today's video, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And for more information about how to deal with a narcissistic partner, click on the link above.